Live with Ches, we up next. Live with Ches, sports prepared. Live with Ches, live up next. Live with Ches, we're the best. Live with Ches, live up next.
Hello. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to another episode of Live with Ches. I'm your humble host, Cameron Chester, and today we are talking NFL. Now, I'm going to give y'all my top 5 questions for next season. Let's get right into it. Will Dak Prescott prove everybody wrong and get Dallas to at least the NFC Conference Championship? Now, can Dak lead his team to a promised land? His past hasn't been pretty, 2-5 in the playoffs, underperforming when it matters. The time to make a stride was last year. The weapons were better, the O-line was better. This upcoming season, Dallas lost a lot, especially for the offensive line. They lost their left tackle to the Jets. Tony Pollard left for Nashville, and they had to re-sign the older Ezekiel Elliott back on the team. Not to mention their defense has taken a few hits too. They don't have an anchor in the middle. Truly, Diggs is coming back from an ACL injury, and they didn't re-sign Gilmore either so far. Finally, Dan Quinn left to their rivals, the Washington Commanders. This puts a lot of pressure on Dak's shoulders. The Cowboys defense won't be as good, so he's going to have to compete with the other offense. It's going to be a shootout. Do you really trust Dak with the shootout situation? His weapons won't be as good, but he still has CD and Cook, and this is basically his prove it year. His Cowboys career is on the line, and I don't think he will prove himself, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys had an early exit out of the playoffs if they make it. Next, will the young Packers make some noise? Jordan Love had a rough patch earlier last season, but found his groove and took the Packers deep into the playoffs, outperforming Dak, by the way, but also had the 49ers shivering until Love started to throw them out the game. The Packers have a great young receiving core. They added more depth to their decent offensive line, and Josh Jacobs is there to replace Aaron Jones. Their defense is pretty good. Walker, Gary, Van Ness, Alexander, newly acquired McKinney. The Packers got a team, and in their division, they only need to worry about the Lions. The Vikings and Bears may need a few years to really compete with the top two, but I think the Packers really can compete with the Lions, and it's just those two. Next, can Antonio Pierce change the Raiders' culture? The Raiders finally have a decent quarterback under center. I like Gardner Minshew. He almost took the Colts to the playoffs. People question their first-round pick. Honestly, I would have drafted a cornerback, but adding more firepower in an offensive league doesn't hurt. Now they do need to hope their defensive head coach can point their defense in the right direction, especially when you have Sean Payton, Justin Herbert, and Patrick Mahomes in their division. The Raiders did beat the Chiefs with Pierce commanding the army, so there should be some hope there. Next, will Kyle Shanahan break his curse? Shanahan has been to 3 Super Bowls and lost all of them. Shanahan has the perfect team all around, experience competing in the top level and deep in the playoffs, but for some reason they always fall short. Last Super Bowl, the 49ers had the Chiefs struggling in the first half, and Kansas City only scored 3 points at the time. Then 49ers pulled a Shanahan special and choked the lead. I'm not a Kyle Shanahan fan, to be honest, especially after what he did and the way he treated Steve Wilkes, but Kyle needs to look in the mirror and figure out what mistakes he made every time during the final minutes of the big game. He also needs to quickly figure that out before he has to pay Ayuk and especially Brock Purdy. Now, tell me what y'all think about my biggest questions coming up this season. Like and subscribe. Please comment. Thank you for listening. And it's been your boy Cameron Chester, and it's been Live with Ches.
Live with Ches, we're the best. Live with Ches, live up next.